Something I had to deal with personally lately was this idea of FOMO. And before I encountered it, I actually didn't know what it meant, even though I knew what it was. And it's just summed up the fear of missing out, and that might seem simple, but at the core of it, it's like that feeling that you might get when you see other people and you think they're succeeding more than you or better than you or just having more growth in their life, and you're constantly thinking, why is that not me? Is what I'm doing not enough? Like, why not me? And as much as you, especially myself, did not want to say that, it comes from that natural feeling of envy, where you don't feel negatively toward people that you might be looking up to. It's just a matter of trying to figure out why you feel stuck where you're at. And so I was going back and forth with this for a while and not feeling like I was really doing a lot or feeling like I was being left behind for where I was at in my life. I'm in college right now, and I was seeing a lot of people start to get internships or start getting just bigger opportunities, getting paid more in their jobs, and I didn't have a lot of that. And I was like trying to force myself to like go out of my way to do similar things, even though it wasn't something that I was thinking about for my own personal benefit. It was just like for the sake of numerically keeping up, I guess. But when it came to it, I got to talk to some really good homies of mine, and I got to find out that a lot of what I think FOMO stems from, and people who are suffering from just constantly comparing themselves to other people, this can be seen as a thing in weightlifting, of course. Like, it can be seen with everything, where people will constantly compare themselves to those above who, again, numerically appear above them. And I found out that a lot of this stems from not knowing how to live in the present. And so what I mean by that is not like, of course, you might be going to work every day, you might be going to school every day, just doing your normal everyday stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking more about the idea of knowing that your like current day is a good day, and making sure that you put the most into the day that you have right now. Because so many people will imagine what they'll be like in the future, and that they need to either just wait and stick it out, or they need to do a bunch of stuff right now to make what happens in the future come more quickly. And people don't take enough time to sit down and accept the day that they have in front of them and make the most out of it. Now, I'm not saying you gotta pretend like you're gonna be dying tomorrow. I know that some will say you gotta live today like you don't have tomorrow, and it's like, to an extent, sure, but like I think you need to just like, because that's such a high exaggeration. Like, I get if you have cancer and you almost die, you're gonna spend the rest of your life being more grateful, but you can't spend every single day like you're gonna die the next day. People don't have that kind of energy. So the way that I've progressed and gotten a lot better with this kind of thing is just really accepting that what I'm doing in my daily life is, first of all, something that I love to do, and something that is giving me fulfillment, or that feeling of satisfactory. And it's just, and that the effort that I put in today is enough. Not my effort over a certain course of time, or whether I did better this week than last week. I'm saying just right now, today, do I feel like I did okay? And something I like to say is that you should put in your 100% every day. And when I say that, I don't mean literally every ounce of your physical and mental capabilities into one day. Nobody can do that. It's just, we're human. We're going to have to take breaks and chill out, and then just take a chill pill, And that's completely fine, but just your 100% is going to change every single day. And whether that means starting a business right now, or just getting yourself to the gym, or just getting a couple homework assignments done. You know, everybody's got a different maximum of what they're capable of doing in a single day without overloading themselves and achieving a state of FOMO, which is, I think, where I got to. It was just a constant back and forth of trying to do more and more every single day without giving myself the chance to acclimate to what I was doing. So right now, I might not I might not extremely like the job I'm doing. And, you know, I feel like most people don't like school. Like, I like what it'll get me. But, you know, classes can be boring. And even if you enjoy the class, you might just not want to do homework. And it's just a lot. But you're putting in that small amount of effort that you're capable of every day, whether it's in the gym, school, or at your job. And doing that little bit every day and staying consistent is what gets you to the finish line, in my opinion at least. And so it's not so much about trying to break new records of your productivity every day. It's just be happy with the effort that you did. Embrace that was the best that you had in you today. You're not going to know how much you had in you until the end of the day. So just do what you can. And I'm sure by the end of the day, whatever outcome you get, even if it feels like you should be doing more, that day you did just as much as you were supposed to do. And the great thing is that living and accepting it and appreciating every day, rather than treating the next day like you're gonna die, makes it to where tomorrow you'll be able to actually add on maybe that extra bit of percent you didn't get to today. And then you can take your time. You got a long life, so just enjoy what you have now. And in the future, if you keep enjoying yourself every single day, then at some point, you'll be at a state of absolute satisfaction without even realizing it. So, go live it up, I guess.